Good morning and welcome to the Stahls TV Morning Show. I'm Courtney.
I'm Jenna.
And today, as usual, exciting episode ahead. Last week, if you joined us, we actually broadcast from Facebook. So it was kind of a unique way for us to broadcast and share the news out with everybody. But today, we're going to be kind of doing a second part of last week's episode. Last week was about team uniforms and sports, but you can't have sports without spiritwear. And so Jenna and I are here to talk a little bit today about some of the trends we're seeing and the opportunity we're seeing with fan apparel, spiritwear, and that large opportunity where you can make a lot of money with all your team uniform customers. But one other thing I wanted to share with you guys, we always like to open with a little bit of news, was something that launched last year that should help your sports season, and that is a sports team tool. So Stahls launched on their website, if you just go, once you log into My Account and your marketing support, you're going to notice the marketing downloads, and then the new tool is called the Sports Number Tool. So if you're looking for a way to show your customers without the Stahls branding or any of our information, this number tool kind of gives you a way, and I'll reset this so you can see it from a start, gives you a way to kind of give them a sample of what the jersey is going to look like or what the number styles will look like, most importantly. So if you're looking to show some of the new pre-cut number styles from Stahls, you can do that. So we'll just add a number real quick. We can choose our sport. Let's go football. And then it'll also allow us to pick from some popular font choices for that sport. So I'm always a big fan of the block fonts. So we'll look at the block font category. Here you'll see some of the new styles. So if I want to kind of play around and maybe show them a unique style, so I can show them maybe a standard style, and then maybe one with a pinstripe so they can kind of see the different options or what are available for their customers as well. I can change if I want to do multicolor. I can choose a background color for some of the fonts. I can change the color of the regular number, also the shirt color if I want to make it on a royal shirt so they can see what the number style looks like in their team colors. I can do that as well. So it's just a really easy, quick to use tool. Allows you to then email it to your customers or print it to hand to them inside your shop. So it gives you a way to just quickly create those samples for your customers in an easy to use way so they can see your number styles, they can see your jerseys, and kind of just gives you an idea for being able to upsell new number styles, because that's going to be one of the big things. I think we talked about it a little bit on the morning show, but as you start to show some of these new things, that's one way you're going to be able to show them to your customers without actually having to order numbers, print jerseys, which can get very expensive to make real samples. So cool tool there. Make sure you head over to stahls.com to use that. But now it's time to talk a little bit about spiritwear. We have a ton of stuff laid out here. Got some secret stuff here to my left. A lot of fun stuff that we're going to show you guys today about trends and ways that you can reach the spiritwear market.
Yeah, and the team tool really brings us right into fanwear, because not only can you decorate for the players out on the field, but for every player out on the field, there's fans in the stadium that you can decorate for also. So that's great for fanwear.
Yeah, and they say, I think for every one person, you've got at least 4 people in the stands, a mom and dad, a grandma, a sister.
Right.
Probably even more. I have a big family, so I have probably at least 10 people in the stands. But it kind of gives you an average of what you're looking at. So that's for every football uniform you're printing. That's 4 fan shirts, 4 sweatpants, 4 hoodies you could be selling. And we'll talk about how to package items and stuff like that too for fundraising. But most importantly, as you're selling to schools, rec leagues, different teams, I mean, we're going to focus a lot on the school spiritwear because back to school season is literally just around the corner. I think only a few weeks away here. But it's going to give us a way to kind of talk about what's trending, how can you start printing these looks, and how can you start selling them to your customers. And so I want to show, before we lead into that, I always like to talk about people that are doing this well. There's a lot of people that do spiritwear very well. One example of this is Game Day Couture. And so Game Day Couture, if you follow the Shark Tank show, actually became popular. On that show, they launched about 3 years ago, I believe, and they've really transcended. And what this company does that I kind of like just to show an example is this is not the same fanwear that you see on 100% cotton t-shirts. It's obviously geared towards the female market, but this is where we're seeing male and female fan apparel really going. It's trendy. It looks like what you buy in the retail stores. It just happens to have some fan colors throughout the garment. We're seeing a lot of textures. We're seeing a lot of foils. We're seeing a lot of plaids, patterns, prints. I mean, this is stuff that people is unique and they want to buy.
Right, yeah, and I just love their stuff. It's so cute. The prints are, like you said, very unique. And not only are we seeing more prints, but we're also seeing a lot of patterns to utilize and decorate with also.
Yeah, and so when you start to think about the spiritwear or the fanwear that you're selling, obviously you've got your standard items, your cotton t-shirts, your 100% cotton hooded sweatshirts. Those are always going to sell well, but when you really want to stand out and you really want to offer something new year after year so people can continue to keep buying Fanwear even though they've already got a hoodie from last year, you have to stay on top of the trends, especially for the school aged people in the groups there. So let's talk a little bit about trends, of some of the trends we're seeing in garments and then where to source them as well. We see a lot of people sourcing blanks like these from Sanmar, Cavio, Bella Canvas suppliers.
Boxercraft.
Boxercraft has a lot of new styles we'll show you here today. Next Level Apparel, American Apparel, all of them offer some different trends. And as we walk through some of the new garments we're seeing this year, we'll make sure to mention who they're from and where you guys can buy them. So one thing that I like to talk most about starting is definitely textures. So we're going to talk a little bit about a textured garment here. Textured garments became really popular within the last year. We're starting to see a lot of heathers, a lot of different washes throughout the garments. This is a new heathered style from Sanmar that is a sport tech. So it's a performance wear hooded sweatshirt. It's got a really cool heathered textured effect to it. It's something I really like for this year.
Yeah, and the one reason why these garments are so popular, it's not just because customers want to wear these because they're super lightweight and soft, but the textures and wash of these garments really make your design pop and stand out, which is perfect for fans because they really want to represent their school and their favorite mascots. So having garments like these to utilize is great for that market.
Right, and this one and the next one we'll show you kind of just gives you the idea that you don't have to take, basically we're taking staples. We're taking t-shirts, hooded sweatshirts, warm-ups, things that are staples in the spiritwear industry, and we're showing you new ways to do this. This is a great option for a new performance wear hoodie. And then this style, I'll swap out for you there, is actually going to be a zip-up jacket version. And so this one takes that same textured effect and brings it through the garment with a little bit of color blocking. So if you're looking for a new style for warm-ups or just a cool lightweight jacket for early football season, maybe for coaches or maybe just for fan wear to sell, this is a really great option, and there's a variety of colors that are available. This one that's kind of like that black charcoal look is one of my favorites because even if they don't have your school color when you're sourcing blanks, most schools are trending towards this black, gray, charcoal look. So you can use this as a blank and then just use school colors throughout the image and the logo to make it really stand out.
Yeah, and we used our CAD prints glitter flake on this to really utilize glitter for the ladies and bring out those colors also.
Yeah, just 100% polyester jacket. Again, that one's from Sanmar as well. Easy to decorate and easy to print, even with the glitter flake if you want to add some different textures and prints. All right, more textures. So again, we're taking the basics, the staples, the t-shirts, and showing some new styles. Tri-blends have been incredibly popular, so adding textures, kind of like we see here, this one's an acid wash shirt from Bella Canvas, and Bella does a great job at offering some different washes in their standard t-shirt. This one is so soft.
Yeah,
it's
really
incredibly
is.
soft. And in the hand, it works well for a unisex garment. We put a distressed screen printed transfer on here that really plays on kind of the distressed look of the garment and the transfer. But this is a great way to kind of give it some more of a distressed, trendy, edgy look to the customers with this top from Bella Canvas.
Yeah, and not only are you seeing t-shirts like this that's really popular for fan wear, but also in retail. So being able to play that into your shop also is really going to be popular for you. And then another popular is also a burnout. And Courtney actually mentioned to me when she first started in the industry that these were very popular. They kind of faded it out and now they're back in. So being able to bring this back in with a unique print such as this wraparound design with our CAD-CUT adhesive and foil really brings this back into the industry.
Yeah, and when you start printing some of these items like the, obviously the foil is incredibly popular, but when you start printing some of these very thin, soft, burnout style t-shirts, acid wash t-shirts, I always caution decorators, especially with heat printing, to stick towards a transfer that's soft. So this foil has a really soft hand to it using the CAD-CUT adhesive and a heat transfer foil. I used a screen printed transfer on the other one that had a nice soft hand. It's a goof-proof transfer from Transfer Express. So make sure when you're selecting your transfers for some of these thin items, these tri-blends and stuff, it's very soft, lightweight, and just complements the nature of the shirt of what you're looking to give the customer.
Right.
Perfect. So let's take a break from some shirts for a second, Jenna, and talk a little bit about accessories. So this is the year of accessorizing for Spiritwear. We've seen it over the past few years with just different the way people use hair bows and jewelry to really just add some extra school spirit to their items. And so some of the wholesale suppliers now are starting to offer different blanks that you can actually personalize and print and be able to make a higher price on packaging them together with your other items.
Right, yeah. So packaging is actually going to be great for accessories. And one of the first accessories that's always been a favorite are the flat bill hats. So being able to just print on that and pair it with a t-shirt or a hoodie. And then other types of hats, so beanies. This is going to be really popular in the fall for tailgating and football games and everything like that. And one of my most favorites is the new accessory that Sanmore just came out with, these arm sleeves. So all we did was just customize that with some glitter flake, and this pairs great with quarter sleeve tees and hoodies and things like that for the fall season also.
Yeah, we always talk a lot about packaging here, and we will a little bit when we talk about fundraising later, but you always want to try to package these items with what you're selling. So if it's a t-shirt, it's also a hoodie and maybe some arm sleeves, or also a beanie and a t-shirt and some yoga or some jogger pants, or something where you're always being able to sell more to every customer. And these accessories just add some quick, easy, inexpensive ways to do that.
Right.
Add more to the package, bump it up a little bit. Always a good way to do that. So going back to some of the garment styles, one thing that's really popular, we saw it some on the Game Day Couture website, was patterns and prints. Obviously, we can do that through the print that we're putting on there, but if you can find a garment that has some patterns to it, that adds a lot of oomph to the garment. And of course, plaid is something that we're seeing a lot in the fall. It comes back every fall. Animal prints, plaid, they're like the standards that you will find to be popular in the fall season year after year. So just being able to find school options. So this one we personalized the front. It's kind of, I like to say this is the business in the front, party in the back type shirt, because we've got a ton of plaid in the back here, which just adds some really fun into the team spirit and the school colors. Flannels and plaids became really popular in the Greek market and the spiritwear market last year. And so we're seeing this come over into the wholesale industry, giving you an inexpensive way to source these blanks. This one's from Boxercraft. It's called a team player top. So pretty cool option there if you're looking for some ways to add some plaid throughout the garment.
Yeah, and it's great because they offer a ton of different colors in this that's perfect for schools. And what's great about having this plaid and flannel to utilize is the color schemes. So really just being able to play with a really large bold print up against this, and then matching that flannel color to the front of the garment also.
Yeah, so some fun ideas there with the plaid. Take that one back. See what else we have here on our secret rack to the left of me. Some other things Boxercraft does really well. So I mentioned a few staples that we're going to get some new styles of. So there's no better staple than the oversized jersey, that big pom-pom oversized spirit jersey that we see often throughout the industry. So Boxercraft came out with a few new styles just to help you sell more. So if you sold some of the standard oversized jerseys last year, it's time to show some new styles so those same customers want to come back and buy what's new. This short sleeve version gives a great option for early fall, so if you're looking for something that's going to sell well at maybe practice games or for the first few games of the season, this one's really popular. We paired it with CAD-CUT glaze in the color red just to kind of give a take on the gold and red colors of the school that are a little bit more understated but still keeping with the fan colors. You always want to do that through the garment and the transfer when you can.
Right, and because this t-shirt is just so lightweight, I mean, you can practically see the hanger through this just to see how lightweight that is, and the glaze is so lightweight too, so it really not only decorates it, but feels nice on there too.
Yeah, we're seeing so much of this tri-blend style throughout all the garments, so of course even the oversized shirt got a soft tri-blend-like feel to it and a wash. So that's a great style. The next one is really one of my favorites. It's kind of just a new take on the oversized jersey. So it adds some function to it by adding a hood. And just, I mean, there's nothing that really says fall to me like a hooded sweatshirt or a hooded shirt. So you take a really great garment like these oversized shirts that have a ton of print locations, add a hood to them. It just creates a whole new way to take that staple and offer a new style to your customers. So that one is also from Boxercraft. It's called the hooded pom-pom jersey. So you can find that at boxercraft.com. Get this over here, there we go. So my secret rack to the left is starting to be depleted. So those are some new styles of things that we're showing in garments. But when we talk about garments, we know that we want to look at textures to find some new styles. We want to look at being able to add maybe hoods to the items, being able to have some prints and some patterns. We're looking at tri-blends, we're looking at performance where that stuff's not going anywhere. But we want to talk about what we're printing on these items too, because that's what we do well. With the heat press, we do heat printing. And so I want to talk about some finishes that we're seeing and ways that we can decorate the items to be able to command a higher price.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start with the joggers. These are one of my favorites just because joggers have been so popular for a while, so being able to play up the different printing that you can do to make them unique. But as you mentioned earlier, whenever you have reoccurring trends, you want to know how to print them so that you can sell something new. So I really like how we use this by taking the big bold print and making it go all the way across and being able to represent that mascot very well.
Yeah, and this can easily be done in any design software with a split front. So if you've ever been to StahlsTV.com, we show a lot of the CAD-Works Live design software for vinyl cutting. Easily create a split front. That way you're showing that little bit of overlap, so you're getting that full Hawks word across the sweatpants.
Right.
And the joggers are something we haven't shown yet, but they are incredibly popular. They will sell for more than your standard sweatpant, and so they're able to kind of give more of a high-end garment into your team uniform or your Spiritwear packages.
Yeah, and then the next jogger we have is a lady style, so it's a little more lightweight, a little more fitting, and we just took foil, which is also another popular trend for the fall, and just did a really large print down the leg, but we didn't want to just take advantage of that print area. We wanted to move on to the back too and decorate this faux pocket just to really upsell the garment.
Yeah, I know I've always said for years that glitter is like what sells, but this year foil is really, really what's popular. So whether you're using screen printed transfers, a CAD-CUT adhesive like we used on these items, or screen printing the foil yourself, foil should definitely be part of your product offering for finishes this year. I mean, you should be offering it as a, on all of these trendy garments, you should be offering as an upsell option. So instead of a matte or a screen print finish, you're offering foil as an additional cost. I mean, it is by far one of the most popular things we're seeing this year, even paired with glitters and rhinestones and patterns and everything.
Media is huge, absolutely. All right, and next we are gonna show another hooded pom-pom jersey, actually. Very popular, just being able to print it in a new way. So typically you're used to seeing a left chest logo on one of these. So being able to utilize the whole front area of this and do a large bold print just makes it that much more wearable to fans. And then also taking advantage of the hood by printing some additional things on there also.
Yeah, one thing you'll notice throughout all the garments I think that we're showing here is that we're not just printing a front and a back of an oversized shirt. We're printing the hood, we're printing the sleeves. I mean, there's no profit opportunity left open on these garments. If we can print it, we would print it and then charge an extra cost for that extra personalization area. So think about, even if you're offering standard stock garments, maybe a hooded sweatshirt or a standard stock print on the back of a oversized shirt, you know, charge extra for those extra placements, whether it's their son's name or a player name on the right side of the hood, adding an extra print location on the sleeve, maybe adding it on the lower back of the garment. If you're adding those extra personalization options, you know, charge an extra cost for that. That way you can make a little more profit. And usually it ends up being very inexpensive. If you have a small personalization area, it's quick and easy to personalize with the heat press as well.
Right, right. And as we're talking about taking advantage of all the print areas and being able to make more profit with that, we're going to move along to this Raglan Tee, which has been, which seems like it's going to be trending very well in the fall also. They've been around for a while, but they're seeming to make a comeback again. And what we did was just take advantage of this sleeve here by printing the high school, the full front, and then also taking a big bold print and putting it on the back.
Yeah, and this is a garment from Alternative Apparel. So we're seeing a lot of these really soft tri-blend, heathered garments with this raglan sleeve. Still really popular for any Spiritwear design. Being able to pair that big bold number with it makes a cool way as well.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we have one more design idea that we wanted to show here. So we're talking about placements on the items. We're talking about large bold prints. And then also the finishes, so glitters, foils, metallics, glossy finishes. And this one is kind of cool because it plays on the hood of the garment and makes the garment part of the design.
Yeah. So being able to make the design look like it's coming from behind that pocket really takes a standard full front design and upgrades it a little bit just by being able to play on that pocket and look for a unique way to print. And not only did we do that, but we took advantage of the back also and just put it down at the bottom for more print area and another large bold look.
Yeah, it's a big fun print on the back too, because when you're thinking about hoodies and you're worried about the hood kind of covering part of the shirt, when you can print that lower back, that's a great way to keep a personalization element open and not covered with the hood. The pocket on the front is such a cool way to decorate, and it's super easy. All you need to do in your design software really is to create a square box to design around. That's going to be the length of the pocket. So measure the pocket, create your design. Always give yourself a little room for error, maybe 1 inch on each side. That way if the pocket changes, you've got some gap space to play with in your artwork. And then you can kind of move it around that box so you're getting that same design location there open for the print.
Yeah, and what's great about all of these different garment styles and being able to pair them together to create packages for fundraising.
Yeah, so fundraising, obviously packages, fundraising, when you're selling school spiritwear, they should be part of your sales and marketing tools. I mean, it should be absolutely the way you're going. Fundraising, we did a morning show on it a few weeks back, but I want to talk about it because it fits so well with this topic. And so fundraising gives you a great way to be able to use the people at your school, the parents, the players, the students, to basically sell for you. So you're essentially employing salespeople and allowing the team to make some money back just because they're able to sell more spiritwear. So it's a great booster activity as well.
Yeah, and I actually know from experience because there's a college in our area that I was affiliated with through cheerleading, and we actually did have to do this to raise money to be able to go to competitions. The person we were getting our designs from and the things we were selling gave us a sheet of like 10 to 12 different items as far as zip-ups, hoodies, sports bras, yoga pants, like whatever was trending at that time. And we were able to sell that. And whenever you're in a group, you have all of those supporters behind you that want to buy those things. And not only do they want to buy just one thing, they want to buy 3 or 4 things because there's just so much to pick from.
Right, and when Grandma knows it's going to be supporting Johnny's football team, all of a sudden she needs a hoodie and sweatpants and a t-shirt, and so does the cousin, and everybody needs to buy a little bit extra stuff because they're supporting, they're helping people. And so if you head to stahlstv.com, we have that full morning show episode as well as a resource that'll help you with fundraising for t-shirts. It basically walks you through being able to take a presentation and a flyer, taking standard blank garments and selling them throughout a fundraising package and ways to do that. So if you head over to stahlstv.com, under the resources tab, you will find what's called fundraising with t-shirts, and it really just walks you through how to structure a successful fundraising program, and the full morning show episode that we did a few weeks back is linked there as well, so you're able to download all the assets they show in the morning show and kind of learn how to set up your fundraising program because it's definitely a good way to sell spiritwear.
Absolutely.
Before we head over to our last section, we like to see if we have any questions, Joe, coming in from the viewers this morning. I know we had a lot of blank garments we showed.
Yes, they're interested in knowing suppliers for the Raglan shirt, the Joggers, and the last hooded t-shirt that you pulled off your mystery rack.
My mystery rack. The hooded Pom-Pom jersey came from Boxercraft. So that was the last hooded option, I believe, that I pulled back from the side mystery rack I have here. And then the Joggers and the Raglan Tee were all from Sanmar, but they are alternative apparel blank, so some of the new styles from alternative apparel. Perfect. So the last section, anytime we have new, fun, exciting garments or trends are changing or it's a new season, we like to bring back Buy, Sell, Hold. So Buy, Sell, Hold is a section of the morning show. It's a little bit interactive. So we're going to show you 3 different looks. For each look, Jenna and I will debate the look. We'll say whether or not we want to buy it, which means that we love it, we want to keep it, we are going to sell it this year to our customers. We want to sell the look, which means we are completely moving away from it. We are done with that one. It's not going to sell this year. Or we're going to hold. So we're not sure. We're going to hold, maybe possibly going to sell it to our customers, but we're going to wait it out and see. So we're going to head over to our secret rack over here, and we're going to start the Buy, Sell, Hold section.
Buy, sell, hold.
All right, the beauty of television. We've moved to our new secret rack. This is where I've been pulling all the garments from in this morning's morning show. And we have 3 of our styles for Buy, Sell, Hold. So Fanwear and Spiritwear is nothing without the fan jersey. There's different ways you can sell the fan jerseys. There's different options available. So we're going to look at 3 styles of a fan jersey. And once we decide if we're going to buy, sell, or hold, we'll let you guys rate it and tell us what you think, whether you want to buy, sell, or hold. So the first one I want to look at is just the standard, kind of like the first version of the fan jersey. When females started wearing fan jerseys, this polyester mesh jersey was the first one we saw. This is a Sport Tech jersey from Sanmar. We personalized the back with some glitter lace numbers and letters from the Wild Side. But this jersey style really was the first item that we saw with this industry, and so I am personally going to hold on this one. I still think it sells really well to moms and grandmas, but if I'm going after that trendy new student, I may want to hold on this one and see what else is available. So I'm going to hold. What do you think?
I'm going to sell.
You're going to sell this. You're not a big fan of the polyester anymore?
Not that I'm not a fan, but I think our industry has found a new way to use that poly mesh and put it into different garment styles. So
yeah, so we'll still get that athletic look. Maybe if there's some new styles. So you're going to sell. You decided you're moving away from this one. We want to see what's new. I'm going to hold. Let's see what the audience thinks. So we'll set a poll up now. If you guys want to go ahead and chime in, say, do I want to buy, sell, or hold the polyester mesh jersey? And then once we have most of you chimed in here, we'll close it out and see what the results are. So I definitely think this is a popular look. It's still going to sell, I think, really well to the standard market. It's still a very inexpensive fan jersey, great way to personalize with names and numbers at the heat press. So it does still make a decent blank. I feel like I'm talking myself out of the hold option. Joe, what do you think we have there so far? They're going to hold. They're with me. Okay, so I'm 1 for 1. You are Zippo for 1. So we're going to see what they think about the second one. Now, the reason I held is because I knew what was coming next. So this one really kind of plays on that mesh that we saw in the polyester jersey, but brings in more of a cotton feel. It's more fitted. If you're selling to females, this one I think is a little bit more flattering. So it has a little bit slimmer look. This one's also, again, from Sanmar. It's a district-made shirt. They have a lot of school colors available, so I can match the blend. I'm definitely going to buy this one. It's one of my favorites. What do you think?
I'm going to hold on it. You said everything perfectly. It's perfect for those females. It's nice and fitting. It has different colors to play on, so I'm going to hold that one.
You're going to hold on it. All right. So let's see what the audience thinks. You must know we have some other secret styles coming in last. It's going to be one for you. So just so many ways to sell the fan jersey. You know, we've got the polyester jerseys. We've got tri-blends now that are making their way into fan jerseys. We're seeing a lot of different styles with just different finishes. This one I like because it adds that athletic nature that we love about a polyester jersey,
right? But
still makes it a fitted t-shirt as well. What do you think, Joe? What are our audience members saying about this one? Am I going to be 2 for 2? Buy. 2 for 2. All right, Jenna, you can try to redeem yourself with this one, but I don't know. All right, our last one is going to be another style fan jersey. This one I like because it makes a good unisex option. It's a cool, lightweight, soft cotton polyester, just distressed look. It's got some heathering through the garment. Still the distressed kind of piping on the sleeves. We paired it with a distressed screen printed transfer just to kind of add that element of just a unique, trendy school design. I'm going to buy this one too. What do you think?
I'm buying this one.
Buying this one. You can't even argue this one because it's really such a great look on the garment. Let's see what the audience members think. But while they're voting on that, I just want to talk a little bit about distress. So the distress transfers and the distress look, something else that's really popular. We saw it on that acid wash shirt. So when you can take some of these textured garments with the heathers and the washes and they're real distressed and then pair them with a distress transfer, just creates a really hot selling look. And that's what we saw with that last garment. All right, last buy, sell, hold. Am I going to go 3 for 3? See what the audience members think, Joe. Sell it. Buy, hold. No, I'm all over the place. All right, they're going to buy. I felt good about that one. For a second, I was actually shocked that they were going to sell that one.
I was too.
I didn't believe it. All right, so that gives us a great idea. I'm 3 for 3 on this buy, sell, hold. Obviously, if we have more styles throughout the year, because it's a popular time for us to start seeing new garments, we'll bring back the buy, sell, hold segment. I appreciate you, Jenna, coming on. Jenna does a lot of the videos and the designs for Stahls TV, so it's great to have her share some insight.
Yeah, it was definitely great to be on.
It's fun to have some fanwear design and some new stuff for our customers. So we're excited for next week. We're going to talk a little bit about packaging and branding, as well as some other fun tips for your business, and we'll see you then.